This is the Healing Hour for April the 9th, 2019. And today we're going to talk about the Empath's Guide to Planet Earth. If you'd like to join into the conversation, there's three ways you can join me. You can type in your questions into the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group, and I'll answer them there. Or better yet, click the link and join me on Zoom. The Zoom ID is 493-144-196, and that's in the description of today's broadcast. You'll see it there. Just click the link and join me live right here on the Zoom call. And of course, last but not least, you can phone in toll free 1-866-369-7464 or 1-866-DOWSING. So once again, this is Tyson Bannigan. This is the Healing Hour. I am the energy detective, the illuminator, helping bring you and humanity into the light. And I'm with you for the next hour to help you get you from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest amount of time. So why not learn how to take back your power, stand in your truth no matter what, learn to become a sovereign human being, figure out why you incarnated, what's your unique gifts that you're here to deliver to planet Earth, and maybe you're part of the planetary cleanup crew and like to help clear the energy timelines and grid lines of planet Earth so we can birth the new Earth. So if any of this is making any sense to you, or you want to participate or ask questions about dowsing and energy healing, I'm here for you. So I'd like to get started now. I had a client this morning from France, and I got to really talk about what it is to be here on planet Earth as an empath. I don't know about you, but I wonder who dropped me off on this planet without a manual, because it didn't make any sense to me. You know, you're an empath if you have a hard time figuring out what you are responsible for and what you're not. What do I mean by that? It means as an empath, you tend to think all energy that you feel inside of you is your responsibility, only to discover over time that there's clear boundaries that need to be established between you, your family, your loved ones, your society, your culture, your religion, your social beliefs, your peers, the matrix, you know, the subconscious beliefs, the collective unconscious beliefs, the galactic energies, the planetary energies, the solar energies, and Gaia's energy. And if you're an empath and don't know those boundaries, then you think all of what you feel is your responsibility to deal with. And that leads to overwhelm and burnout. So if this is making any sense to you, then most likely you're an empath. The reason why empaths are so empathic is that you're here on a specific job, and that is to help other people learn how to take back their personal power and stand in their truth no matter what. And of course, the first step in doing that is learning how to do that for yourself. And part of that program that I've created, which is for a small donation, is a 21-day clearing or protocol called the Deep Clearing Protocol, which is available on the Energy Detective website. That's www.energydetective.ca. Scroll down on the left-hand column, and you will find the Deep Clearing Protocol. Some people are now extending the 21 days and going for 40 days. It's interesting. It seems between 21 and 40, that gap, another sort of like 21 days to the clearing, is clearing even deeper trauma and unresolved core fractures and issues that no longer serve you. So if you've done the 21 days, I really encourage you to think about doing another 21 days on top of that to really clear even deeper and further. And of course, if you've done that and you want to go on to the next step, then you can join Cindy Johnson and myself in clearing the planetary timelines of control, which I will be presenting at the Canadian Society of Questers Conference in Red Deer in the first weekend in May. And then I'll be presenting it back east as part of the Dowsing Association there. So it's really an important topic, not only to learn how to deal with timelines. So you're here on planet Earth, you're learning how to take back your personal power and stand in your truth, know where the boundary is between you and your loved ones and everything else that's around you. But you also, at this time, all the multiple timelines, because we're multidimensional beings, seem to be colliding into this time zone at this particular time. Some talk about this as a bleed through from past life into this life. That could occur as well, past life memories, but also timelines. Like if we're a multidimensional being, then most likely we are running simultaneous lives on this planet. So at this time, it seems to be that there's an awareness of this consciousness of being in more than one place at once. And these timelines seem to be colliding with each other. Part of it is the timeline that's been created for us, which is the matrix, which has been laid down on planet Earth. Some call it the prison planet, or the planet where we learn through the school of hard knocks, or you have to work hard in order to succeed. All these false belief systems that we've been inculcated with since the time that we are born are really part of the matrix to hold us down and somewhat in bondage, because as sovereign human beings have to remember who we are. We are certainly gods in potentia and have the ability to create both individually and collectively the world that we want to live in, which is, I don't know about you, but the world I want to live in has nothing to do with having to work hard with my nose to the ground to pay the upper 1%, and have them succeed at being financially wealthy and taking advantage of the population of planet Earth, whether they're supported by ETs or any other group of individuals that feels that they have a divine right for whatever reasons to control the rest of humanity. So when you regain your sovereignty and you remember who you are, then the first step of that is the matrix starts to dissolve around you, because you can see through it. You can see through the lies. You can see that the mere fact that you incarnated on planet Earth, that your birthright is unlimited abundance. Just like the birds have all what they need, they don't need to go to the supermarket in order to shop, or the bear in the woods. Everything is provided for us, and it is available to us and for everybody on the planet. It's just that we've been coerced into believing that we need to work hard, go have a job, and pay for things with money. I'm not saying that this is an easy um, vortex or a matrix to get out of. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that it is a necessary matrix to know about at this time. I mean, I can't trade my energy to pay for my hydro bill at this time. I have to have money in order to survive. But I don't see this as the future way in which things will unfold on this planet. So anyway, back to the guidebook for empaths on planet Earth. So if you feel like somebody dropped you off on a planet that doesn't make a lot of sense to you, and when you were a kid you had a hard time fitting in because you knew far more than most people, and psychically could read people's energy and knew that you couldn't really talk about it because you would blow people away or upset them with the information that you had, or maybe you had precognition and knew what was about to happen before other people did. So all of these gifts are precursors of the evolution of consciousness that all of planet Earth, or all the inhabitants on planet Earth, will experience as we're downloaded with brand new energies from the galactic center and through the planetary systems as our planet goes through an upgrade in preparation for the birth of a new Earth, or a new level of consciousness on Earth that will remove or slough off like a snake skin the matrix that keeps us in bondage. So if this is making any sense to you and you'd like to learn more about the Empath's Guide to Planet Earth, then stay tuned. And so let's start that. So the first declaration that you would want to make is, I am a sovereign human being. I stand in the truth of who I am. I receive guidance from Divine Mother and Creator God. I am always in the right place at the right time to know my next best step. When I'm in the divine flow, my life is full of ease and grace. It is effortless. There's nothing to do and nowhere to go because everything is presented to me. When I'm not in this state of grace, I need to still my mind. I need to meditate and go inwardly and connect back to Source, to reconnect with the divine flow where the synchronicity is presented to me. Because if I'm in my head and trying to figure it out, if I'm in the past worried about what I did or didn't do, or am I worried about the future or what could or could be coming down the pike, then I'm not in the present moment. And in the present moment is the synchronicities that are presented to me when I'm in the divine flow. And those synchronicities are beyond causal time. They are actually like a warp and weft of synchronicity that's so holistic that it's beyond our ability to rationally figure it out. In other words, you happen to be in the right place at the right time, or somebody shows up in your life with exactly what you need, or you're gifted something that you've been asking for, and one synchronicity is followed by another. When we're in fear, it means that we've lost our faith in this ability to be connected to Prime Creator and the divine flow. And so the first job is to ensure that our faith always supersedes our fear. So when we feel fearful about what happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future, then we are not in the present, and we need to then increase our faith that when we still our mind and dwell in our hearts, in the inner cave of our hearts, that we will be guided and the next step will be clear. So that's a little preamble of what I mean by the Empath's Guide to Planet Earth, about what we want to help you be able to achieve. So to help you remove yourself from the chaos of the present situation that you may find yourself in, so that your life has more ease and grace and you more easily can find your way back to the divine flow, and also that you're supported by a group of like-minded human beings that can help you get back there and encourage you when you lose it. And by all means, and you are going to lose it. We lose it because the energy on the planet is so strong to conform to the status quo, that to operate otherwise has really historically resulted in everything from being judged a witch or burnt at the stake or drawn and quartered or hunted and killed or whatever, because we are a threat to humanity and to the status quo. So it's important for you to be really clear about who you are, and as a sovereign being, to stay out of fear, because it's only through fear that you can be controlled and manipulated. So these are the fundamental principles of taking back your power and standing in your truth no matter what. So I'm just going to head over to the Dowsing Energy Healing Group and see if anybody is asking any questions there. And I also see that nobody has clicked the link for Zoom and joined me here. I encourage you to do that. And of course, you can phone in toll free. And this is Tyson Bannigan, the Energy Detective. This is the Healing Hour. The topic is the guide book for Planet Earth for Empath. So you can phone in toll free if you like, 1-866-369-7464. That's a toll free number in North America. That's 1-866-Dowsing, or you can click the Zoom link. The ID number is 493-144-196, and that's the same every single week. And it's wherever you're watching this broadcast live, it's in the comments and description of this show. You just click that link and join me. So I'm really going to go over the Dowsing Energy Healing closed Facebook group and see if anybody has joined the conversation so far. So Jessica Burge, welcome. Please let your network know that we are now live. Welcome, True Ted. Great to see you here. And all the 7 others. Let's see who else we've got here. So Melissa Olvett, welcome. Kate Collins, welcome. Denise, welcome back. Terry, good to have you here. Jessica, Merkel, Barbara, and Rosalind. So all of you, if you wouldn't mind sharing this to your network, letting people know that we are live, you could even invite them to a watch party as well. So Melissa says it's making perfect sense. Thank you. It's really nice to know that I'm not just whistling in the wind. Tony, welcome. Glad that you're here. Do you have any questions about what I've said? Please let me know. And you can type them in right here, or if you just scroll up, you'll see also that there's the link. Just click the little thing that says see more, and you will be able to click the link that will bring you on Zoom. So thank you all for showing up, and please feel free to ask any questions or phone in. So I'm just going to scroll down and look at some of the requests. Personal Clearing Tuesday. What do you want to have help from to clear and let go of today? This could be trauma, unresolved emotions, family of origin, past life, matriarchal, patriarchal lineage, or inner child. So this is part of also the Empath manual for planet Earth, is that to learn how to personally clear out of your energy field what no longer serves you, and then install in your energy field what it is that you want to show up in your life. We are all incredible manifestors. There's not anybody on planet Earth that doesn't know how to manifest and isn't brilliant at it. The only difference is between a good manifester and an ordinary manifester is an ordinary manifester is operating on remote or autopilot. They have no idea that whatever thoughts are showing up in their, in their daily experience, whatever emotion they're having, they are creating the reality they are living in. It's not dependent on anybody else's belief system. It's not even dependent on the matrix. They are choosing through their thought form and creating the world that they live in. And we're doing that collectively as well. So if most people are asleep, then the collective unconscious is operating according to the matrix and the belief of the matrix, which are false. And therefore, we're recreating the matrix with every thought, word, deed, and act that we're undertaking. So the first step is you're becoming a sovereign human being, which is clearing yourself from all of the things we just mentioned that no longer served you. So Personal Clearing Tuesday is really important to remind you. So like Sunshine Gabby says, she wants to clear all generational patterns, lingering, family of origin, DNA repair. So yes, as we become sovereign human beings, we don't want to be overwhelmed by other groups and individuals' agendas of why they think we incarnated on planet Earth, or even why we chose to incarnate on planet Earth. For example, your soul family, that group of beings that you dwelt with before you incarnated, you made certain agreements with them that when you incarnated onto planet Earth, that you would do certain things on behalf of the group. Well, I want you to let go of that in this moment. I want you to disconnect yourself from that soul family set of criteria or objectives that they want you to accomplish. Because if you're trying to do that at the same time as you're clearing yourself individually, you're going to be overwhelmed. So for the moment, we don't want to deal with our family of origin, which is the family that you incarnated in. We don't want to clear all that stuff at this moment. We don't want to clear all of our soul family stuff. And if we came from another star family, we don't want to clear that stuff either. First of all, we want to become clear, sovereign human beings ourselves. And then we want to turn around and do the deeper work of clearing our lineage. So the statement would be, I, Tyson Bannigan, and you state your name, in my holy name hereby declare that I'm a free, sovereign human being, and I'm free myself from any intention or request or command or intention that I am to fulfill any directions from my soul family, my star family, or my family origin, and I clear all those requests throughout my matriarchal and patriarchal lineages until I'm a clear sovereign human being, at which point it is my divine right whether I take on that responsibility once again. I declare it so, so be it, it is done. Thank you. So for Sunshine Gabby, that's the way you deal with generational patterns that are lingering, family of origin, DNA repair. And so you could say the same thing. Not only do I want to clear my matriarchal, patriarchal lineage or any damage as a result of that may have adversely impacted my DNA. Okay, I want to clear and repair that so that I am a sovereign human being, and I declare it so. So be it. It is done. Thank you. Yeah. So see, John says not living up to true potential and brain dysfunctions. Yeah, well, living up to true potential, whose potential? I mean, if you believe that you're not living up to your true potential, then that's a self-judgment that you're putting on yourself. Is counterproductive. You have to love yourself unconditionally for where you are. Whatever dysfunctions are showing up are for you to learn from. And when you love yourself, the good, bad, and the ugly, then you're putting yourself in a position of gratitude for what is showing up in your life, and therefore you become more free and more open to receive more gratitude, and therefore you have less and less dysfunction in your life, and your true potential starts to shine through. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see what else we have here that are requests in the 9 comments. Okay. Clear matriarchal, patriarchal images for Monique. We did that. Clear energies of feeling put on, shouldering responsibility. We essentially did that. If you clear your matriarchal, patriarchal lineages for your family of origin, your star family and soul family lineages, then there's nobody can put anything on you or shoulder any other responsibilities. Now you could include, all my matriarchal, patriarchal lineages or any other intrusions from any and all sources into my energy field that gives me the feeling that I need to shoulder responsibility. You could add that, maybe, Valerie, that might help. Please clear my family of origin. We just told you how to do that, Taryn. So hopefully you'll learn to do that. Clear energies not being worthy and true. Supporting friendship. Yes, so not being worthy and true. The whole aspect of being a true sovereign human being is learning how to love yourself unconditionally. If you don't love yourself unconditionally, then you're blocking the divine flow, which is your birthright of abundance. If you love yourself, then that love, that compassion you have for yourself is reflected in your love and compassion for every other being on the planet. And it also goes out with gratitude for what you've received so that you will receive more. And that flow of abundance starts to work automatically, and there's no more struggle. So if you're struggling financially, look at how much are you actually loving yourself, or how much are you beating yourself up, or how much are you thinking that you're not worthy. I want you to get over it. Being a sovereign human being is being able to stand in your power no matter what, no matter whether you haven't finished being the best person on the planet. Your work in progress, but you still have to love yourself unconditionally. Please clear my prosperity perspective. Yes, well, we just talked about that. Markubla. I think that's how you say. Lucia, please clear my capacity to find a good job. Once again, it's like abundance or prosperity. When you feel good about yourself and you're standing in your truth, no matter what, you are a magnet for the job that you want, or the loved one that you want, or the abundance you want. If it's not showing up in your life, then you're not loving yourself adequately. And I'm not saying this is easy. I'm not saying it's a piece of cake, but I am saying it's doable and the results are well worth it. Sunshine Gabby says, any generational patterns lingering, family origin DNA. We just did that. We tried not living up to true potential. Okay, I'm going to scroll back up, seeing if there's any comments here during the show. Can I use the deep clearing protocol as soul retrieval? Yeah, the last part of the deep clearing, I think it's number 64, is I remember who I am and all past life incarnations. So I would call that soul retrieval. So I think number 64 in the deep clearing, Tony will do what you want. Or in the installation, you can say, I install the ability to remember who I am and why I incarnated into planet Earth. And I retrieve all aspects of my soul from any and all timelines, known or unknown. So you could say, throughout all time, space, and dimensions, I call one soul right here, right now. So when you say, I call one soul right here, right now, it means wherever you are in the multiverse and whatever timeline you may be inhabiting or undertaking something on, you want all of your soul essence to be back in this timeline right here, right now, to do whatever needs to get done. Particularly good if you're in a crisis situation, to have all of yourself fully embodied in the moment, which is another way of taking back your power and standing in your truth, so you're not scattered throughout the multiverse. Does this have anything to do with chakras? Absolutely. If you did a sound session with me, I could show you in your voice recording exactly what's happening on each one of your chakras, both on the physical level, the emotional level, the psychic level, and the future potentiality. And I could show you what part of your chakras were lit up and what weren't, or what were the dominant energies. And then I'm going to take you in a guided meditation by asking you if you could wave a magic wand and anything and everything were possible, what do you want? And of course, you can have whatever you want. It's just that you get in the way of manifesting what you want. So then I take you on a meditation and in the moment clear you of everything that no longer serves you. And then I record your voice again and you'll see a quantum jump in your chakras. All the energy that was in the blockages of core fractures, toxic emotion, unresolved emotions, all of that is freed in that instant. And boom, you are able to manifest in that moment. Now, the sound file that's produced in that state of soul connection, of who you truly are, when you play that over and over again, the sound file, and drink the structured water, which has that intention in the water, then more and more you remember who you are. So again, it's another way of clearing what no longer serves you and installing what it is that you do want. So think of, grounding out through your body, through your feet, all that no longer serves you, which allows more light in your crown chakra for you to become more enlightened, to remember who you are. So yes, true, Ted, it has everything to do with your chakras. And of course, collectively, your chakras make up your bioenergy field. And when I do the dowsing to see how open or closed you are, I'm looking at your bioenergy field. And deep clearing protocol is to help you manage your bioenergy field. How to see if it's open and how to close it. How to love yourself. It's pretty straightforward. I know that we certainly up to the age of 40, we're so busy trying to figure who we are and why we're here. And excuse me. And we're really tough on ourselves that we haven't accomplished our goals and what we need to do and blah, 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 blah. And society says you should be this and do that. You should get a high paying job. You should get married, have kids, make a fortune, retire early, blah, blah, blah. All of these things, right? And so we're looking at external criteria in which we judge ourselves about whether we're successful or we're not successful. And I'm saying, well, stop it already. Let that go. If you feel that you're in the right place at the right time, if you've loved yourself, unconditionally for who you are, the good, bad, and ugly parts of yourself, that unconditional love allows you to become a magnet to bring prosperity, abundance, right livelihood, a significant other into your life, because you're now an energy match. And of course, it's all has to do with an energy match. So, for example, if you're wide open and you're not in your body, then therefore your bioenergy field is like Swiss cheese. It's full of holes. Then it allows every Tom, Dick, and Harry entity, disincarnate being to inhabit your body because you're not truly there. How can you feel good about yourself? Because now you've got voices in your head and you feel overwhelmed. So, first of all, you have to clear yourself of all those belief systems, all those thought forms, and take back your personal power and remember who you are. And it gets really could get quite subtle. Like this morning, I'm thinking, oh, that's a thought. I don't like that thought. That is not going to help me remember who I am. So I imagine it like a piece of paper. I just crumple up and I throw it away. I don't need to deal with that. So what I'm saying is it's every moment you have an opportunity to decide, am I going to come from my human mind conscious of which is fear, doubt, shame, guilt, locked in the matrix, I'm not good enough, blah, 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 or are you going to remember your soul's essence that you are divine, you're connected to source, you could never get it wrong, you've always been loved, you always will be, there's nowhere to go and nothing to do, you're already there, you're already enlightened, and the only thing that's in the way is you. And if you can remember that and choose to remember that in every moment, then it gets easier and easier to drop all those fear, doubts, shame, guilt, and all the rest of that crap and let it go. And then when you do, you're going to be experiencing, like one of my friends is in constant bliss and joy every single moment of the day. And I said, how do you do that? And she said, I just choose that. The more I choose that, the easier it is to be in that state of grace. And if I'm not, I just put myself back there. So she falls down and bruises her leg. She laughs and giggles and remembers who she is and instantly goes into healing. And she's back into the divine flow of ease and grace. So hopefully that helps you how to love yourself. Hopefully that's an explanation that can help you understand what I'm talking about. So we talked about soul retrieval. Melissa, those gifts were not welcome as a child. Absolutely, they were not welcome as a child. The mere fact that you were able to survive most likely meant that you weren't in your body. Most likely, if you were an empath, it was unsafe for you to be in your physical body because it was too painful. There was too much going on. You felt too much. You knew too much. You were overwhelmed by everybody else's thought. You thought you were responsible for gluing any confusion in your parents' relationship. I know for me, I thought I was responsible for making my mom and dad love each other, and I didn't know where the crazy glue was to make that happen. I thought I was responsible for everything. So it was safer for me to not be in my body, to space out, sort of be not really there because I didn't want to be there. So, most empaths never fully incarnated. They made a decision on the upper dimension, with their soul group. Hey, I'll incarnate. You be my mom, you be my dad, and we'll do this and we'll do that, and we'll learn this and we'll clear this, and for the whole soul group, blah, 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 blah. And then you start to do this ascent into the physical body, and you get close to the physical body, and then it comes clear to you what you've just signed up for, and you say, whoa, I don't want all this. I can't handle this. And you back up. You don't fully incarnate. So a lot of empaths, I help them literally reincarnate. It's like welcoming them to planet Earth for the first time. And unless you are secure and grounded in your body and you feel that it's safe on planet Earth, you're not going to reincarnate, so to speak. You're not going to rebirth. You're not going to be born again because it's not safe for you to be there, to be fully here. So that's another reason why we want to do a deep clearing, is make you feel comfortable in your physical body, know how to protect yourself. I not as a warrior, but as a being of pure divine light and untouchable, that allows you to feel safe and comfortable in your body. And so when anybody says to you, hey, you're a little weird, you're a little different, that's okay. You can just smile because, yes, when you're a kid, you didn't fit in. You were not here to fit in, right? That's not your job. You're here as a planetary change agent. And if you were to fit into the status quo, you could never get the job done. So Linda says, Lewis, hi, Tyson. Can I get a clearing on a cough I still have for over a week? Coughing, phlegm in the morning. Been drinking herbal teas, garlic, lemon, ginger, but still not shifted. Also been steering into the possibility of a job, which I'm not sure will turn out right for me. Completely opposite from what I believe I wanted, but trying to be positive. Can you tell so that I can get some clarity for the interview next week? Many thanks. Yeah, Linda, I just been through, and so many people I know have been through really intense coughing, phlegm, and yeah, I had nearly a month of that. I'm usually not sick. A lot of my friends usually aren't sick, and they've gone through it. If I wanted to get paranoid, I could say that it was a planetary aspect that was downloaded to make everybody sick. That's the negative. I want to look at it the positively. I see it as a planetary upgrade, literally to cough out and get rid of all the patterns that no longer serve so you can install what will work for you. So I'd rather have the latter intention, right? Again, what reality do I want to choose? So fear and doubt that somebody's going to control my life and therefore making me sick, or gee, I'm sick. What can I learn from this? What is this all about from a positive point of view so I can move through it and don't need to be sick again? So I'm just going to check into your job, see if there's alignment. So the alignment between you and the job that you're talking about is about 50-50. So I wouldn't worry about it. I would, if it all falls together really easy, Linda, go for it. But let me just check in. Is there something better than that job? Yeah, there's something better than that job in the wings. So I suggest you probably don't take it. Something better is coming along. Melissa, all of it. I still recently with my deep work have difficult being here. I've always been weird. Best thing I was ever called was a free spirit. Yeah, Melissa, you are a free spirit. And that's why I'm talking to you and everybody else in this group that's an empath, right? This is what this community of empaths is all about, is to support each other. You're not weird. Well, you may be weird. I don't know. I'm weird. So join the club. And you found a bunch of other weird people. And I believe that we're here as planetary cleanup agents. We weren't here to fit in. We're here to be pattern breakers, to bring about a new way of being on planet Earth. So stick to it. Don't get depressed. And know that you are here and you're here for a reason. And that you got here for a job to do. And the new work that I'm bringing together, a group of 12 around one, the one being the Divine Mother or Mother Gaia, and that is to be a change agent, a planetary change agent. And the first project of that was clearing the timelines of control. The second aspect of this will be that we would meet as a mastermind once a week, and we would be actually clearing vortices on the planet, stargates, and helping clear the ley lines and grid lines of the planet and the timeline so that the new Earth or the birthing of the new Earth can happen with more ease and grace, and that people will be freed from the matrix and remember who they are. I also see this as an opportunity to do some of this work at a distance, but I really want to travel to some of these sacred sites. I've worked with a Mayan shaman for many years in Yucatan Peninsula, so going to sacred sites, being able to speak with the Lords of Light, and being able to download that information and do ceremony to help heal the earth and ourselves is really important. Hello, welcome to the Healing Hour, and who's am I speaking to?
This is Kitty Nelson.
Hi, Kay Nelson, and how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you, sir?
Good. So what's up?
Well, I was trying to, I guess I missed my call in the Zoom meeting.
Oh, are you in the
Free.
Zoom? Are you in? Well, you can click the link and join me on Zoom anytime you want. Okay?
I did that and it won't let me in. It's not working.
Why not? Is a number that you use 493-144-196?
No, I didn't.
Well,
No, I just used the HTTPS Zoom US.
yeah, and then put in those numbers. Those numbers are, and the link is in the description of the healing hour. Just click that link and it will bring you in. Okay?
Okay, I clicked on it. It doesn't bring me in. It just sits there.
Well, then
And
you
it
need to
says that the host is
you
in
need to
in another meeting.
you just need to refresh your you just need to refresh your browser again.
Okay.
Just try it for the heck of it. Let me just go up there and see what's in.
Yeah, it says the video will turn on automatically. The host has another meeting in progress.
But that's not true. Let me just see what it says here. Time trade show. All right, so I will. Let me just see here. Okay, I'm going to just do an invite if I can figure out how to do this. Stop video. Well, anyway, you can ask your question now, and we'll see what we can do. I don't know why it won't let you in. Here's the invite. All right, so I'm going to copy the URL, and I'm going to put it right in underneath the broadcast right now. This is the correct URL. Can you see that?
See it where?
If you're watching to this, the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group, it's in the comment section.
Oh, okay. So I'm not on Facebook.
Where are you?
I'm just on my phone.
Oh, all right. So you're not listening to the live show then?
No, I was trying to.
All right.
But I thought that was on the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, it is on the Zoom meeting, but it's also being broadcast on Facebook in the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group.
Okay, well, let me get in there.
Yeah. Anyway, in the meantime, what would you like me to help give you a hand with?
I'm just trying to learn more about the dowsing and communicating with I guess, pendulum and stuff. I'm just
right. Well,
expanding my knowledge.
Right. Okay. So then the Dowsing and Energy Healing closed Facebook group is a great place to start. And doing the 21.
Dowsing and energy.
Yeah, and doing Dowsing and Energy Healing. Just type that in.
Yeah.
To Facebook. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Are you a member? Are you
the planetary timelines of control?
No, just you'll see that I'm broadcasting live at there I am, right?
Yeah, I see you now.
Yeah, here, there. Great. Okay, great. So welcome, and if you want to join me live, look in the comments there. So you got the link to the Zoom, right?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, awesome. Great. Awesome. Okay, and anybody else listening to the show, the Zoom link, if it hasn't been working for you, is now in the comment section. All right, thanks for phoning in and helping getting this all straightened out. The group.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, and the group will really help you. If you want to have some basic training to improve your dowsing, a course that I created, More Than a Beginner's Dowsing course, is a great place to start. I think it's $97 on sale now. So give that a try, okay? That's in the Academy. I'll give you the link right here for you to find it, okay?
All right, well, thank you.
All right, bye for now. All right, thanks for phoning in, and there's proof positive. I'm going to answer the phone if you phone in and ask any question, and also you can click the link, the Zoom link, and join me as well. Yeah, Tony says being an empath is very painful. Well, let's change that around, Tony. What if being an empath is really something that is no longer painful for you and is a great joy, because now you can receive good, clear guidance. You know why you incarnated, and you're part of a group that's here to clean up the planet. What could be better than that? That's something to dance and joyfully dance in the rain about. That's what I think. So yeah, it's a matter of taking the perspective that we have and turning it around to free ourselves from what others think we should or shouldn't or could or should be doing, right? All right, so I'm just going to see. So any other comments would be greatly appreciated. Thanks, True Ted, for showing up. Thank you, Rich Herm, and don't forget to let your group know that we are, your Facebook group, that we are live, so they can join. Maybe you can create a watch party. Nancy, great to have you back. Melissa, Taryn, Kate, Dennis, Terry, Jessica, Mirko, Cami, Barbara, and Roslyn. Great to have you on the call, and please type any questions in or phone in 1-866-369-7464. Ask me a question or type in your request. In the meantime, I'm going to scroll down. We were dealing with the whole aspect of the guidebook for Empath for planet Earth. I don't know about you, but when I arrived here, I couldn't figure out, like, the way people act on this planet makes no sense to me whatsoever. So I didn't know how I was supposed to act. Like, people would say, "How do you feel?" And I tell them how I felt, and they really didn't want to know how I feel. They just wanted me to say I'm fine, which was not true. So why are you asking me if you don't really want to know? Or I go to school and they say, interpret this poem, or what does this poem mean? So I tell them what I think it is, and no, that's not what they want. They want me to parrot back what the teacher told me they thought was the meaning of that poem. So, it's like learning how to sort of trip through a minefield in a safe way and keep your proverbial SHIT together in the process of doing that. So, this group here, the Dowsing Energy Healing, to be a healer is you really have to know that you are empathic, or you probably are not interested in being a healer in the first place. So, learning how to manage your energy body, feeling good about yourself, taking back your personal power, starting with a 21-day clearing the timelines, and we're creating a brand new one, which is a prosperity clearing as well, really will help you be able to deliver your unique gifts to the world about what you incarnated here to do. Because each one of us has a unique piece of the puzzle. Each one of us is here for a particular aspect of this planetary wake-up call that we're in the midst of doing. Melissa says, are you able to douse that there's an open portal under my house or land? It was an ancient sacred site. Yeah, I would say absolutely, without even dowsing. I would say that. Let me just douse. So is this an open portal? Yeah. Is this a positive portal? Maybe. All right, so let's do this, Melissa. So I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, communicate to the open portal that's located at Melissa Olvitz's house. And we activate this ancient sacred site. We we bless all the elemental beings and the guardian angel, the landscape angel of this sacred site. We honor all the beings that have created and been part of this energy vortex for the healing and for the spiritual development of all of the life forms on planet Earth. And in this recognition and love of this, we ask that it be reactivate to 100% of this pure divine intention to bring about the transformation and the evolution of consciousness that's so greatly needed on planet Earth. And I declare it so be it, it is done. And I'm just going to tune into the portal, because previously it was like operating at 25% of its capacity. So right now it's at 100% of its capacity. So you're sleeping on top of a portal. I don't know if that means you're going to be, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed 24/7, but you can always ask if you could slow the energy down. So you could say, I, in my holy name, ask that I am not overwhelmed by the energy of this portal, that the energy of the portal enlivens me, but allows me to sleep and rest and regenerate my being to the maximum potential that I need. I thank you for the opportunity to live on a sacred portal, and I will bless it and take care of it on behalf of humanity and the evolution of the planet. I declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you. So that would be a great way of doing that. Yeah, spiritual healing and transition. I like that. SHIT. Thank you, Rich. I love that. That is amazing. I'm going to use that. Yeah, that's what it is. It's compost and manure for the new you and the new earth. Without SHIT, nothing grows, right? So the good and the bad and the ugly, right? It may not look pretty, but it's probably there to help you grow or for something else to grow. So, don't throw it away. Don't deny it. Okay. So hopefully, Melissa, you were able to hear that. Maybe you could comment if you heard me talking about how to activate your portal and how to maintain it. Okay. Let me see. Joe, thanks for showing up. Wadsworth, do you have any question you want to ask during the show? Ashley is just checking in. Um, there's a Dowsing and Energy Healing mentorship program that's available on the Dowsing Energy Healing closed Facebook page. I've been a mentor to quite a few people on that and really encourage you it's a great way to contact me and let me help you make the necessary steps around the evolution of consciousness for you and to suggest some programs and things for you to do. And that's just from Ashley Craddock, who is asking some more questions. And it's got, I like it because there's 7 steps that takes you through in the mentoring program. So for example, step 3 of 7 is setting goals. Now that you've determined your current skill level, set goals and developed a plan to meet them. What do you want to do next? Right? So you type it in there. So document your plans for progress towards your first goal and show some milestones to help you track your progress. Write down the tasks you need to complete each milestone and when you should accomplish each task. Post your timeline in your mentorship so you can refer back to it. So most people aren't doing all the steps that's available in this mentorship program, but if you did, you would really grow rapidly in your ability to be a dowser and an energy healer, and also learning how to take back your power and stand in your truth and be able to understand more the manual for empaths on planet Earth. This is Tyson Bannigan. This is the Healing Hour. I am the energy detective and the illuminator, helping bring you and humanity into the light and to birth the new earth. Okay, Melissa says, thank you. I can feel a difference immediately. That was beautiful and honoring to all involved. Blessing. Yeah, thank you, Melissa. It's just that simple. This is not rocket science. Asking to work with the elementals, asking to work with the planet, knowing that Gaia is a living entity. She wants humans to work with her. In fact, humans are part of the brain matter for Mother Earth. And we are responsible as Earth stewards for the evolution of consciousness for all of living matter on planet Earth. And we are the caretakers, and for most of us on planet Earth, we don't even know that that's our responsibility as we go about raping and pillaging and destroying the very planet that has birthed us and is nurturing us and taking care of it. It's like, raping and attacking our mother. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but that's where humans are at this moment. So every time you can honor Mother Earth, the elemental forces, the sacred sites that are the portals where the energy flows from Mother Earth to humans, to activate them spiritually, it's a great privilege. And the more you can introduce your friends, invite them over for tea, say, just be quiet. Let's tune in to this portal here and let's be blessed by the earth energies that are underneath this house. You're giving everybody an incredibly unique gift that they would not be able to receive anywhere else. So thank you, Melissa, for understanding and for doing the work and being now the guardian of a portal, of a sacred site on planet Earth. And of course, this is part of the teachings that I want to do 12 around 1 with this Earth Star project. I want everybody to learn how to do ceremony, how to make their home, their house, their land a sacred portal, a sacred site where people can come and receive enlightenment, where they can come and be blessed, where they can come and heal, where they can come and learn how to birth their child with ease and grace, where they can come and let go if it no longer serves them and leave it to be reconfigured by Mother Earth, recycled, and come to be renourished. So every place on planet Earth is sacred. And I would love everybody to learn how to do that, to make their home, their house, their apartment, their building, their piece of land sacred, right? And also the sacred sites that are close to them, whether it's a medicine wheel or a labyrinth or a special place by the river or the sea, how to do ceremony there and bless all the elementals and the landscape angels and the devic energies for creating such a magnificent place for you to be renourished. So that would be part of the Earth Star project as well, as teaching you how to do ceremony and how to clear portals. And Melissa, you just did it. You're already an Earth Steward doing the work. So that's exciting. Kitty says, thank you again. I appreciate your assistance. Thank you. Jessica says, can you tell me if there are any lingering negative energies or entities in my home from previous owners or occupants? I do clearings and blessings, but I still feel there might be something here. Yeah, there's a $33 course, Jessica, on the Academy. I think there's 4 or 5 ways to clear a house. And while I can clear it for you, it's really good if you learn how to do it for yourself. So that if anything shows up in your house or it feels a little wonky or out of sorts or whatever, or you can teach other people to do it. So I really encourage you to spend $33 and sign into that course. But let's do that for you right now. So here goes. So spinning my pendulum counterclockwise, I say, I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, assist Jessica Burge and anybody else on this call to clear their house and the land in which the house or apartment or building they inhabit is located on. I clear all geopathic stress, all negative earth lines, all brackish water, all deleterious thought forms, any karmic debts, or any other unresolved emotional issues that are trapped in the ley lines. I free all that and turn it over to the light to be cleansed, healed, and repaired. And now that we've cleared the ley lines and energy linings flowing through and in and over the house, we now want to clear the house of any intrusions into the energy field of the house from any and all sources and all beings who do not abide by the law of one, which is to do no harm and are not here for the most benevolent outcome of all concerned, must vacate the house immediately. And we grant you access to the light to remove yourselves to the portal light which appears before you, where you will be cleansed, healed, and repaired to continue on in your soul evolution. And we put around an energy field around the house where all beings that are seeking for the light, when they touch the outer boundaries of the house or the apartment, are immediately taken to the light to be cleansed, healed, and repaired. We now declare that everybody on this call, their house, their apartment, their land, their place of being, is now a sacred site to help people, disincarnate beings, to clear through the light, and all those that are in trouble and need of sustenance, spiritual and otherwise, can receive it with grace and dignity by being in close proximity to the sacred site that where these people are inhabited. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it. It is done. Thank you. So there you are. Jessica, that should take care. I'm just going to check into your house. Yeah, it's just glowing like a star. So there you are. So anybody else in the call, you can do the same for your house. Just follow the words that I've just used or make them up so they're similar. All right. Anybody else on the call that would like to ask me any questions or any other comments? All right. I'm just going to scroll down here. I'm just going to go over and see if anybody's actually joining me on the call here. Yeah. We have 2 participants here. Let me just see. There's 1 attendee. So, hi, Kitty. I'm just going to make you be able to come in and chat. All right, so you can join me. Hi, Kitty. There you are. Welcome. Oh, you got yourself muted down in the left-hand corner. There's a little.
Oh,
Oh, there you are.
there it is.
There it is. Hi, Kitty.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm a busy boy on the call. Where are you calling in from?
Texas.
From Texas. So what's happening in Texas?
Well, beautiful day out. Got termites.
You
Dealing
got
with just found that out.
Oh my goodness. All right. Are they in the foundation or what?
It's a mobile home, so they're in the supports going around for the skirting.
Oh, well, they're not too bad. I mean, in a sense, you can take care of that, right? So,
Yes.
yeah, so good. As long as you can keep them out of the walls and get this cleaned up, you're doing this just right at the right time. So that's great. I caught it right at the right time. So, do you need any clearing or do you want any help with anything? Any questions?
Um, there was something that I read on your pages, and I believe it's on the website. And I'm just curious about how to go about clearing blockages that we have towards our own abundance.
Yeah, this is a new protocol that I'm putting together. But what I've discovered for myself, you think I at 73, I would have figured it out a lot earlier, but sometimes we're slow learners. Is that my ability to love myself is directly correlates to the amount of abundance that flows in my life.
I
And
understand that's what I teach my clients.
yeah, well, there you are. But it's hard for us to remember that ourselves. We have all these stories about that. I need to do this to get a client, or I need to do that, or I haven't done my landing page, or I need to do this or bullshit. You don't need to do it. You need to just be you and be the awesome you that you are. And guess what? They're going to phone you out of the blue. One of my star clients, I said, "How did you find me?" She said, "Oh, my grandmother who was on the other side told me that I need to work with you." Now, you tell me the marketing behind that. Where's the landing page?
I agree.
Yeah. So the thing is to remember, I'm not saying don't do all those things. I mean, we get caught up in it and do it, but just know when you're the awesome kitty that you are, that you love yourself, that magnetic field will go out and people will find you and want to work with you and they'll have the money. Right now, for me, lots of people are finding me, but lots of people just don't have the money. So
Right.
that's one of the big things of why I'm wanting to do the prosperity one is because if they don't pay anything, they don't value, which is really sort of strange, right? Um,
No, I mean that's the same thing with like with Reiki and any other type of healing.
yeah,
If, if you don't value it, how are they going to value it?
right. So,
And they don't appreciate what they get. I understand all of that, but there's blockages. Like I have cash on my desk that I'll look at and I'll feel almost taken back from it, like an aversion.
all right,
And so I know that there's a resistance there, but I don't understand the resistance. I don't know where it's coming from. So figuring there needs to be some way of being able to remove that.
right. So that cash on your desk that makes you feel repulsive is all of the negative vibration around that cash, which has nothing to do with the cash itself. The cash
Right.
itself is just neutral, and if you can allow it to be neutral, it's there for in service to you. So let go of any judgment whatsoever with regard to the cash and treat it with high respect. Thank you for showing up in my life. I have great gratitude. And when you go to pay your bills with it, have gratitude for the opportunity to pay it out as well. So it's like honoring the divine flow of it, right?
Right.
Rather than oh my God, my credit card is maxed out. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know how the hell I'm going to pay the bills. How am I going to get enough money? I need 10 more clients. I need this. I need that. That's fear of the future. That's not in the moment. And our whole culture is teaching us to stay in this zone because that's the whole control thing of money anyway. If we can create scarcity on the planet, we can control people. And if you can let go of the scarcity and know that just by the mere fact you incarnated on the planet Earth that you have unlimited abundance. And in fact, those that use fiat money have already taken their birthright and traded it away in exchange for the dollar. So they already are on you the fact that you have unlimited abundance. Do you see what I'm getting at? So
Yes.
the thing is, how do you keep yourself out of that matrix belief, knowing something that's truer than that, that supersedes and cancels all that? And that is that there is a divine flow of abundance that it can arrive in any way, shape, or form, miraculously at your front door, delivered by UPS, or your neighbor gives you something that you asked for, and it's miraculous. I'm not saying we don't need money to do certain things. Like I can't create a miracle to pay my hydro bill yet, but I can certainly create a miracle for, say, new furniture to arrive in my house, or do you know what I mean? Like the things that I really not, I can manifest them. It's exciting for me because I don't know how it's going to show up. And so that then becomes a game that you want to play. So I'll just tell you a little story. And when I was running a youth hostel on the side of the Trans Canada Highway, this is in the late 60s, early 70s, we really didn't have very much money. And we would always have to repair all these stoves and stuff in the hostel. And so I would just say, ask St. Teresa, order it from the dump. And it just became a joke that we had. And we literally pull up to the dump, and there would be exactly what we wanted on the top of the pile at the dump. And we just took it for granted. And we used to laugh and giggle about it and say, well, did you order it from the dump? Well, if you haven't ordered from the dump, how's it going to show up? So it was a little proof to me in the 60s and 70s as a hippie that, yeah, this stuff works. So why wouldn't I believe it now? Have I come such a yuppie that I've divorced myself from knowing the truth of the divine flow that if I ask, I receive? And why aren't I asking? Why haven't I got a 90-day plan? Why don't I have a yearly objective? Why aren't I saying what I want the universe to help deliver to my front door? If I don't ask, I don't receive. If I don't knock, the door isn't open. Does that make any sense to you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been doing a lot of abundance work lately, and just last week on Thursday, I got a last minute call, somebody needing me for a show on Friday night, and I was driving to Dallas, which was a 3-hour plus drive away, and then had to turn around and come back in time to be here for the show. And the show was awesome. I did great. I wasn't expecting that money, but it came in out of the blue, and then got another invitation to another show on Sunday that I wasn't expecting.
Oh, there you are. When it's out of the blue, you know you're in the divine flow.
But there is looking to find where the script is, where that hidden program that I can recognize, because the money's not mine, it belongs to somebody else that I have holding. And when I see it and there's that automatic aversion to it, it tells me there's something on my subconscious that I'm not in touch with. So I'm looking for something else or some other. I thought maybe with the pendulum we could douse
that's great. Okay, so have you, do you know Amy Jo Ellis's Court of Atonement? Do you know anything about
No.
it? Okay, I want you to Google Amy, A-M-Y, Jo,
Okay.
Jo Ellis, E-L-L-I-S. You'll find most likely when you do that 3 video interviews that I have with her on the wellness show. You can also Google that, the Court of Atonement in Facebook, and bring up her group. Order her 2 books. They're very inexpensive. But basically, let's do this for you. So it would go like this. So I'm going
Okay.
to do this with you. So I, Tyson Bannigan, in my holy name, with the assistance, are working with Kitty, say your whole name,
Kitty Michelle Nelson.
in my holy name,
My holy name.
call a full court of atonement,
Call a what?
a full court of atonement.
I call a full court of atonement.
So is at atonement is at, another way to think it, at one mint. So we're looking for all one, the oneness to come together. So I call to the court money, the concept of money, prosperity, abundance, myself, my ancestors, my lineage, any other belief systems, curses, or false beliefs have to do with money, right?
Yes.
Prosperity, abundance that I may have inherited from any lineage, star family, soul family, family of origin, from any and all sources known or unknown, or any other timelines. I ask for a full court of atonement to reconcile this once and for all,
To reconcile this once and for all.
according to the law one, which is do no harm and the most benevolent outcome for all concerned. I declare it so, so be it, it is done.
I declare it so.
Now the thing is about it's like planting a garden. You know, you once you do that, you don't go out in the garden, dig up.
No, you don't keep digging up the seeds.
Yeah, you just leave it alone. Let it do. You may say, "Oh, geez, I should have put such and such in there," or "Our Ralph has really been bothering me about money or whatever. I want to stick him in there." So you can go and stick other things into it, but don't mess around with it otherwise, right?
Yes.
All right, so do that. That will bring about a lot of change. I think there's somebody else wanting on here. Let me just see. No, that's just me and you. All right. Anything else I can help you with?
No, I think you're wonderful. I appreciate this.
Yeah, well, great. I really have been doing a lot of thinking about prosperity and abundance in my own life. And I'm really turning a corner, and I know that a lot of others are in the same place. And the biggest one for me is self-love. I'm really understanding that connection to my kundalini, my sexual energy, the way I show up, my life force, which is what the deep clearing protocol is about, is taking back all of that. So I'm managing my own energy. And every time I have doubt or fear around money, I'm giving it my power away to money. And then I'm in a lot which makes no sense, right? I claim that energy. That's my energy. I am a creator God. I create the world with every thought, word, and deed and act that I may do, and therefore the money will flow, right? Because I'm also, if it doesn't, it means I need to stop. So inwardly, what am I doing that's blocking my own love of the life that I have? What part of myself is not grateful for what's already shown up? Because if I'm grateful, if I have an attitude of gratitude, it's going to bring more and more and more and more. It can't help, but right?
Because when we're in gratitude, we are in the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think of it just on a logical stance, I give you something, you say thank you. You've already received what I gave you.
That's right.
So that's why we stay in gratitude.
Exactly. And in that flow, that divine flow, it's the receiving that most of us as energy workers have a hard time with. We can give, and we can burn ourselves out and crash and burn. That's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but we do it, right? Subconsciously, we just give everything, but we don't accept, the kudos or the thank yous, the gratitude. We don't allow the flow back in. So somewhere we got addicted to the only way that we can love ourselves if we give ourselves away. No, the only way we can love ourselves is by giving and allowing ourselves to receive. So it's a dance, right?
Yes.
A dance, a beautiful dance. Well, hopefully that helps you. Certainly helps me, because when I talk to you, I'm actually talking to myself, right?
Yes, exactly. I tell my clients that too.
All right. So thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
I see that we're at the top of the hour. Actually, we're 13 minutes past the hour, so we're going to call this a wrap. So thank you, everybody, for showing up on the Healing Hour. This is Tyson Bannigan, the energy detective, the illuminator, helping bring you and humanity to light. We'll be back same time, same place, every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to answer your questions around dowsing and energy healing. And of course, the theme for today is, what's the manual for empaths on planet Earth? Because I don't know about you, but I couldn't find the manual, and I'm still trying to figure what it is. So until next week, be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Bye for now.
Blessings.
Blessings. The Healing Hour, brought to you every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. During the show, you can phone in toll-free in North America, 1-866-369-7464 or 1-866-1000. The Healing Hour is live on Facebook, hosted by the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy and sponsored by the Facebook page, The Healing Arts Academy. Produced by The Wellness Show, and until next Tuesday, same time, same place, Be healthy, wealthy, and wise.